What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Clams. I'm Will. We are here in Key West. Absolutely perfect day outside. So Aaron went, if you don't know my buddy Aaron, Key West Waterman, on here, Dibs on Bottom Adventures on Instagram. Him and a couple of buddies went to the Dry Tortugas, or somewhere out that way. I know that they traveled about an hour and a half on the boat, and let me show you. Hang on. I just got this text. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see if I move over to the dark here. I don't know if you can see that, but you'll see it when we head over to the house. They got some pretty big groupers. Obviously, they're going to keep the majority of the fillets and everything, but one thing I am interested in is grabbing the ribs off of a bunch of those fish. So we are going to head over to my buddy Justin's house right now, watch him break them down, and grab some of the ribs. All right, Cody, show me the box.
I got something for you.
Well, it looks like just a pile of sludge in there, but there you go. Yeah, that's okay. Hold it up there, Justin.
This one's Cody's. Hold it up, Cody.
You already did.
You shoot the big fish, you gotta pick it up.
He said his arms were tired.
My back hurts from
This
carrying
is the Aaron I was talking about.
Exactly. Gavin's the one that had to go get them all.
Listen, I got my own, okay?
There you go.
That's expected. These guys don't get their own fish.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Let me see your. Man, you guys cleaned up.
Literally, yeah.
Let me see those mangroves.
Pull the tar right out.
Some juicy ones.
I did not.
I was feeling pretty good. I stoned 4 fish in a row.
All right.
And then I shot a 25-pound black, so I hung it up.
We need to.
Hold that one
This
up.
stuff full of ice.
Hold-
That's not a real
Oh,
ice.
yeah.
Hold that one up.
Done yet, Mr. George?
That's how you get your weight up right there.
Another one. Mr. George.
Hold on, hold that up. Let me see that one.
Oh, my arms hurt.
There we go.
We had a good day. Alright, so just a disclaimer.
What's your disclaimer?
I'm not using
George's knife.
I'm not using my knife.
Okay. I just want to show these guys the ribs that we're gonna pull off this thing.
Alright, that's what we're gonna do. This is the same one he uses to butter his toast in the morning. I'm joking. I feel right at home. This is how all my knives feel. You filleted with my knives, you know.
So while Aaron's playing this, I'm just going to explain. If you're new to the channel, one of the things that I like to do on the channel is pick up the scraps off of fish that charters throw away, get rid of, and make meals out of them. If you go back to other episodes, that idea will be expressed pretty quickly. So with a lot of these scraps, we will use all of them. All I'm going to focus on today is the ribs, though. But don't worry, those collars, head, and everything else will be utilized.
It's been a while.
I got this serrated to get through.
Oh, look, I played that with a weed whacker.
I got one in there if you want to use it.
A weed whacker?
Steel. Electric.
Alright, so this is what we're at.
So the rib cage.
Clean it up just a hair.
Could be a diamond hole right there.
There we go. And those are the ribs, and that's what usually gets thrown away when you take the rest of the fillet off. You take those off, or you cut over them and leave them on the entire carcass. But I'll show you back at the house. We're gonna clean them up and separate them into individual ribs. I've done it before on the channel, but I have a pretty good idea for these. And like I said, I got that text, saw the picture of the groupers, and ran over here about as fast as I could. So first thing, I want to take the skin off of this guy. Probably could have used a little bit of a bigger knife, but that's okay. There we go. A little bit difficult taking the skin off the ribs when it's detached from the rest of the fillet, but we're making it work. All right, so now we are skinless, and this is the whole rib cage, and you can see each individual rib here. So all we're gonna do is feel in between those ribs and cut them. So now the idea is, whatever we do with these ribs, that the bone that's left inside is going to lend a lot of forgiveness to it drying out. And you'll be able to do a lot more with it. So there you go. So basically that's it, and then there's this bone here that runs all the way down to there. So all of that is our rib. Now I'm going to clean up the rest of these, and then we're going to get them into a brine because these are going into the smoker. So we have all of our individual ribs here. It's pretty cool, actually. All right, let's go make a brine and get these soaking. All right, so for our brine, just got a Tupperware container there. I'm gonna throw in a couple of bay leaves, some mixed peppercorns, sea salt, just empty that in there, and then brown sugar. Then I add water that was boiling. Just a little bit, just so that everything dissolves, and then we're going to add cold water. Throw some ice in there. Now we'll start adding our fish. I think we have just enough room there. Yep, there we go. It is so cool. I can't get over the ribs. It's one of my favorite things. All right. Throw a lid on that, and that is going into the fridge overnight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. So the next day, we pulled the ribs out of the marinade, and we have them laid out here. And I'm gonna let those rest and dry, and what they form on top of them is called a pellicle. And the pellicle is like a sticky layer that helps the smoke stick to them. So now we're gonna get downstairs, get the smoker going, and I haven't even told you what we're making yet, but we are going to make my version of a McRib sandwich. So we're gonna make a barbecue sauce, get the smoker going, and then come back up, grab these. By that time they'll be dry, put them in the smoker. All right, got my wood in there, and I like to turn my smoker up high and then turn it down to low just to get the smoke going. So that's going to take a little while, and now we'll get started on the barbecue sauce. It is hot out, so I'm gonna try to cook in the shade underneath the carport. Okay, so since we are in Key West, normally I would do a bourbon barbecue sauce, but we're in Key West. We're gonna use rum. But I'm gonna start out with tomato paste. And now, because of the sugar in that tomato paste, I'm doing a low heat because otherwise it will burn. But I just want to cook it off a little bit so that it's not completely raw. And in goes our rum. A little bit more. Now I'm going to add just beef stock. A little bit of yellow mustard, some apple cider vinegar, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some garlic salt, a little bit of chipotle, ground chipotle, black pepper, and a spoonful of brown sugar. And we'll go 2 spoonfuls. Give that a taste. Add the rest of the beef stock because this is going to cook down a little bit, so it's okay if it's a little bit thin to start with. That is tasty though. I realize a bunch is on my spatula here. So I don't know if under the carport here you're really getting to see that nice deep red color, but that is what we are looking for. You could add Worcestershire to this, but I don't think it needs it. That's gorgeous. All right, I'm gonna let that cook down, and then we're gonna grab our ribs, season them up, and get them into the smoker. All right, all of our ribs, just a little bit of garlic salt on them, and a little bit of pepper. All right, and I put a couple of drops of Worcestershire into the barbecue sauce. I gave it a taste, and it needed just a little bit of something, and I put like 5 drops in there. So if you do make it, keep that in mind, just a little bit of Worcestershire. I'm gonna get these into the smoker, let them smoke for a little bit, then take them out, roll them in the barbecue sauce, and put them back into the smoker. So we'll do that right now. I'm gonna add a little bit of paprika as well. And that's gonna be mainly for color. Okay, been about 20 minutes. And all we're gonna do is just baste our ribs here a little bit of our barbecue sauce. And that's it. I'm going to do that to every single rib, and then we will come back in an hour and do the same thing again. All right, so I've basted them 2 times, and they've been in there for probably about, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, and I got it at about 200 degrees. So I'm gonna let it go for at least another hour, hour and a half. Take a quick look. They're looking good. Yeah, we'll give them about another, I would say maybe hour, and I'll check on them, but I'm done basting them. They should be good right now because we're gonna dunk them in that sauce anyway, so they don't need that much cooked onto them. All right, still holding at 200. Oh yes. Oh yes. All right, we're gonna pull those in a little bit. All right. You even ready to look in here? See, that's what I was looking
I
for.
almost feel like one should be tested, you know? If you need that, I can be your guy. I got you.
All right. You would think after doing this a bunch, I would know to like oil the grates, but nah. I mean, look. That's obscene. Those are perfect. They're so
Look
good.
amazing.
Oh my god. All right.
I have a spatula. Do you need one?
I mean, I'd like to just keep struggling through this. You know?
That's exactly what I would do.
There we go. Now, oh, nothing to see back there. Oh, there we go. You see that? The
Yep.
wind blew the door open just to get the sunlight on there. Ah, now I got this system. I figured out how to do it. So, real quick before we go dress them upstairs, this was the largest fish and the smallest fish, and just the ribs. But wait until you see the pile I'm gonna have here on this plate. That's as big as my head. That's insane. That's nuts. All right, let's go build our McRib. One of the things that I do want to do for our sandwich, it should be relatively easy, yeah, is pull that bone out. There you go. So I'm going to do that to each of these, but now you have a boneless rib. That is still so juicy. So I'm going to pick through all these and pull the bone out of each and every one. So just to show that again, that bone, there you go. Comes right out. Now there's nothing in there. But the reason why I left it in is because the amount of gelatin and moisture that bone lends, it's what stops these from drying out. So it's really important to leave that in. Here we go. Look at that pile. That is crazy. All right, so one of the other things that I want to get ready, the only things we're putting on top is white onion and pickles, and that's it. So my white onion, show you what I'm gonna do with that. So rather than get my mandolin out, all I'm gonna do is take a vegetable peeler. Look how perfect that is. So I'm gonna do that to this whole side. Okay, I got my rolls in the oven. Let me grab one. Nice and hot. Oh. It looks so good. Definitely don't have to skimp on this because as you see, I got enough meat there. All right. Oh. I also warmed up my barbecue sauce. It doesn't need that much because it is pretty prevalent on our fish already. Bit of our shredded white onion and some pickles. That's the important part. There you have it. Our grouper McRib. All right. You ready?
Heck yeah, I'm ready.
Wait, that's yours over here.
Whoa. This fish can wait, I guess.
They can wait. And no McRib would be perfect without a cherry Coke. It sounded too good, so I grabbed myself one too.
My kryptonite.
There we go. Sponsor me, Coca-Cola. You might have to. I don't know.
I'm gonna chop mine. Don't judge me.
No judgment.
Definitely sanitary.
I'm waiting to take my bite because I know it's good. I just want to watch you take your bite. There's nothing in there for you to burn your mouth on, so I know that's disappointing.
What about bones?
No bone. I mean, we hope.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta get all the essentials up front.
Let me know if that brings you back to childhood.
That's not even right. The fact that that is fish. It's tangy, a little bit of heat. The fish went just far enough that it's got a little bit of
Chew to it.
meaty to it. Chew.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm
That's
going
an
in.
impressive one. Hold it.
I'm not. Yeah. Here. I'm gonna need both hands for this.
Wow, it just looks like one.
Just enough heat. It's like,
It just looks like one.
it's amazing. Don't forget the step afterwards.
Whoa.
So I didn't drench them. There's still a lot more barbecue sauce. I was gonna dip the fish in the barbecue sauce, but I want to be able to taste the fish.
You covered up
actually.
too much, yeah.
Yeah. I don't want it to be complete. Man.
But spot on.
Wow.
That's pretty good. All right. So there you have it, guys. Just from the waste. I mean, in this household, we were going to use it anyway. But
It's no longer waste.
I'd figure I'd do something fun with it just to show you guys what's possible. And I have enough up there to make about 6 more sandwiches. So, all right, guys. Thanks for coming along on this one. I know there wasn't much adventure, but there was a lot of good recipe and eating. So it's worth something. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.